What's up, y'all? It's your boy Mean. Welcome to the channel with anime and manga mean more. And this time I'm reviewing One Piece chapter 660. Nami and Chopper are still babysitting and they're running, down this hallway with these kids. And the kids revealed that they were sick. And their parents went to somebody to get help because, to help them out. And they got kidnapped and brought to this island, and now they're trapped. And it was only supposed to be, they said they got cured in like a year or something like that. But it's past that amount of time, so these people don't seem like they're going to let these guys go, these kids go. So once they get the kids out, Chopper is planning on checking the kids out, see if they still sick, see what's going on, since he is the doctor. But then they run into a dead end. It's like a big, thick steel door just in there. I don't know if Chopper busts through the door, but I don't know if I think he hit a console on the door and it bust open and the door opened. But I don't think he hit the actual door. I ain't seen no dent in the door or nothing. I think he hit a console on the, like what they always, like what you always see in, what was it, X-Men Legends. Every time a door you got to unlock, you just bust the console up and it'll open up. I think that's what he pretty much did. As they keep running, they feel like it keep getting colder and colder and colder. That's because they're getting closer to the outside. And what you call him, Chopper, he's like, this is my kind of weather. Remember, he come from a winter island. He was enjoying that. So once they get to this, the coldest room, and Nami, remember, she almost butt naked, so she's freezing. And they get into this one room where it's like really cold, and the kids like stop, and they're like, come on, let's go, we gotta go. It must be an exit somewhere around here. But anyway, it's also a freezer. And it's like a bunch of bodies just like frozen in there. The walls, the ceiling, the roof, the floor. The bodies is just like frozen against the walls, roof, ceilings, and floors. And the kids are scared to go in there. And all the bodies seem to be like giants. All the bodies in there seem to be from giants. So, and most of the kids we've seen is like giants too. So are these people like collecting giants, or they're making giants, or I don't know. Sanji and Frankie, they finish off the sheep people. And then they plan the bell. But then the samurai, he got other plans in mind. But one thing that I forgot to mention in the last one, this guy doesn't seem like an ordinary samurai. Reason being, he's using two swords. From what I know, what I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this because I don't want a flame war or anything to break out. And the first thing y'all say is, but Mean said. But anyway, samurais only use their right hand, period. Even if they're left-handed, they use their right hand. But yet he's using two swords in opposite hands at the same time. He's not supposed to use that left hand from what I know. And I'm 99.9% sure. So this guy is breaking the samurai code right now. So I don't even know whether he's really a he might have been trained in the samurai style, but he's not supposed to be using two swords. And he used his left hand against Brook. I mean, even if you're left-handed, when you're a samurai, you gotta use your right hand. I don't know, some code that I don't know, something about samurai. They only use one hand, the right hand, and that's it. Yeah, he's running around with two swords, using them both all willy-nilly. So the samurai, he's messing with Sanji. He doesn't want to ask for their help, but he needs their help. So he's like, oh man, I'm not going to ask you to search my body. He said, but while you out there, I'm not going to stop you from doing that. I'll happily get that body if you get it for me or whatever. So he doesn't want to ask for the help, but he's messing with Sanji, like trying to get under his skin. Sanji gets mad, beats the head up or whatever. So anyway, they plan on leaving or whatever. So now we got Sanji, Frankie, Nami, and Chopper, their group, they're leaving out, trying to get out of the facility. Then we cut to Smoking, and he's like getting into like a pissing contest with Law, and he's like interrogating him. He's like, what's going on this island? What are you doing here? Blah, yada, yada, yada. And Law is pretty much like, no, I'm just vacationing here. Don't worry about that. Nobody's in that facility. I'm just here by myself, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? And Smoker's like, he's like, yeah, whatever. And then that's when the Straw Hats, they come running out of the facility. And they was like, I thought you was alone or whatever. Now, Law seems suspicious now. One other thing I noticed, as he's standing there, that jute he has on his back on Smoker, he has that jute or whatever on his back. Seems like a new one. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure the last one looked like it was like this big. This one he has is like the size of his body. So I'm guessing he got new weaponry now. So when the Straw Hats come out, Frankie is in tank mode. That reminds me of Power Rangers. Remember the first Power Rangers when Mastodon had come out and it combined with the other ones and the legs turn into like a tank and it just keep like rolling on his legs, whatever, then pop up. That reminds me of that. Anyway, Frankie, he's like singing a song or whatever and everybody joined in and now they all dancing, whatever. They did the super thing with Frankie and all that kind of junk. They really got into it when they seen that tank mode. They're like, okay, we got to do this. I mean, everybody was doing it. But then when they come out, they know that Smoker's there, the Marines there, and whatever. They get into a little scuffle with Law. They like Sanji's like, I knew somebody was behind this. What's going on? Yada yada yada. They're like, didn't we see you on Shiboni, whatever. But when they see the Marines, they're like, oh, let's go the other way. So they run back into the building, and now they're heading out trying to find another exit. And the Smoker is like, okay, now I know something's going on here. Now we got to go at it, you know. So Smoker is planning on, you know, fighting Law. Law, he uses his room ability. Remember when we first seen him on Shibondi, his room, when he made those rooms, it was like 10, 15 feet in diameter, something like that. This time is freaking huge. And now I think we're going to get a better explanation of his power during this Smoker and Law fight, which should be next. Because he lifted the whole battleship because he said he couldn't let them escape now. And I think the only person that's going to be able to beat Law is Smoker. That's it. But Law picks up this whole battleship. Now it's like, what is his powers exactly? Because he's not really cutting people. He's like separating them. And also on Law's hand, he got death on one of his hands. I think he already had it, but I'm not sure, so I'm just mentioning it. But Smoker is going to have to fight against Law. Law seems like he got a big boost. He lifting up. So that's what we got to figure out. What is his powers exactly? You know what I'm saying? And Smoker prepares, you know, to fight against Law. That's pretty much the end of the chapter. This chapter was good, but it wasn't as good as the last ones. I don't think so. But I think what this is going to set up for is we finally going to get an explanation on what Law's power is. I guess when Smoker's fighting Law, he's going to be like, okay, now he's going to try to get a sense of, you know, what Law can do, and he's going to explain that, and that's how we're going to figure out what Law's power is. But I think Smoker's going to be a good match for Law because Law, let's remember how Law is cutting up people and combining them and switching with them. Smoker's a Logia, so if let's say he cuts off his head or whatever, he should be able to deform his head, like turn into smoke and reform his head. So it should nullify Law's ability to do that. So Law's ability should be nullified with Smoker. Smoker should be a good match for him. I think Smoker's probably going to be able to beat him. I mean, because Smoker, I mean, think about it. Law was around Luffy's abilities back on Shiboni. It was close. There was you know, ballpark range. Smoker was destroying Luffy at that point in time. So Smoker was stronger than them back then, and he's been in New World training going hard. You see he got busted up or whatever. He's probably still stronger than Law at this point in time. Plus he's a Logia, which Law probably has Haki, but still Logias do still have an advantage because they can still use their power. They just won't be able to use it to, you know, have that perfect defense. But yeah, not much happened in this chapter. That's why I wasn't really feeling it like the other times. You know, we really didn't get much except for what happened with the kids and what's going on with Law and Smoking. But this chapter was pretty decent. But go ahead and leave your comment. Let me know what you think. Rate the video, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.